Hey everyone! So this is going to be an all signs reading for Beltane messages. We're going to start with Taurus and go to Aries. Beltane is a Celtic celebration for anyone who does not know. It gives me an excuse to use this deck, which is the Beltane Oracle from Seasons of the Witch. And if you know me, you know I love Seasons of the Witch. They're like my favorite Oracle decks. So whenever I can use them, which is typically seasonally, I get really excited. I'm going to try to get this uploaded for May 1st, May Day, which corresponds with Beltane. So with Beltane, we're talking about fertility and life and health and wellness. It's a fire festival. So basically it's about, protection and celebrating life, celebrating birth and renewal and all these things. It's like the halfway point between spring and summer, right? The solstices. I don't know if that's actually true based on our calendar, but that's the typical traditional rationale behind it. So I love all things Celtic, as you might also know if you know me. Despite not really being very Celtic, I'm Welsh and English. My daughter, however, is Irish and Scottish, so we're basically anarchy in the UK over here. So I'm just going to get started, and of course then I'm going to be super annoying, and I'm probably going to break this up into individual videos as well, because that's always fun. So, Libra, card number 36 is Sacrifice, and that was the oracle that you got, Libra. Gemini also got this card. So you could have Gemini in your chart, or you could be connecting to a Gemini. Excuse me, I'm still coughing from the Virgo reading. So card number 36, Libra, is interesting to me because the quote here says, "You must find the ebb and flow of life within your very self. Embracing it all is embracing truth," which is very Libra to me. So the ebb and flow, right? The give and take. And being true to yourself. Like, what is it that aligns with you? What is it that does not align with you? What might need to be sacrificed in order for you to be true to yourself, Libra? I feel like those are the questions that are at hand. As I told Gemini when I was talking about this card, there are a number of different, factors in life that we can sort of get stuck in. And I know that, any of us can be prone to this, so I won't just call you out, but you can get stuck because you don't want to make any big decisions. I know it's difficult for Libras to be decisive and to be to act more like a fixed sign. Fixed signs tend to be very sort of cut and dry in their decisions a lot of times. However, fixed signs share with you a quality of stubbornness that can be a detriment, right? And I don't know if I'm making any sense, but what I mean to say is that when you continually avoid making decisions about what is and is not good for you, what does and does not serve you, who does and does not need to be in your life, who's contributing to your growth, who is not, what's holding you back. So when you avoid making any sacrifices and you just people please, right? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Can't say no. When you do that, you overwhelm yourself and you end up with a bunch of garbage in your life that doesn't need to be there, And it can be really toxic and really draining. And then it just can take you to a place where all of a sudden you don't even know how you got there. And you have all this stuff, clutter, that you need to get rid of. And I don't know if that's making any sense or resonating with you, but that is exactly what I'm getting right now from this reading. I'm going to clarify with the B Tarot and see if there's anything else. For Libra, please. What is the sacrifice talking about? For Libra. Got a card falling on the floor. I'll get it momentarily. Okay. So we have... I'm dying. Okay, let me pick this up. So we have Justice, Libra, coming out, your card, and the Emperor. Precisely. This is calling for you, and the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is calling for you to take charge of your own life, Libra, to choose things that choose you. This is like, this is someone having their hand stung, I believe, by a bee. And why does that happen? Well, that happens because you've disturbed the bee somehow, right? You and the bee are on incompatible wavelengths. Something, right? Someone has tread into a territory where they're not welcome. So you've threatened someone's home or livelihood in some way. I don't know what the case may be, and I'm speaking metaphorically. But either way, so you've gotten yourself into a situation where you shouldn't be, because a bee's not going to sting you. Very rarely do they sting for no reason, right? So, and I feel like saying you should have known better. And then we have this Emperor here with the bees all over his beard, and they appear to not be stinging him at all, right? So interesting, Libra. This is the best reading so far. Like, I'm the most tapped in right now that I've been this whole time. Okay, so the sacrifice. We have this one bee here that clearly doesn't want you here, versus all of these bees here that are happy to decorate, your forehead, your beard. They're adorning. Obviously, you don't have to have a beard. But they're adorning this Emperor, right? It's just a blissful sort of energy. And then you have this one that comes back to bite you. So, for sure, this is about making that, and it literally is. It's literally what the card says. It's about making that one sacrifice of that one thing that's toxic, that doesn't serve you, that's biting you, stinging you, whatever the case may be, so that you can have this. Right? So that you can have abundance, so that you can have a bunch of things around you that are, happy to be there. And create, a really beautiful image, which I feel you'll appreciate as Libra. So, yes, the Emperor and Justice. Take control of your life. Cut out whatever needs to go. And it's going to be very obvious, Libra. I don't care how much you're going to want to get in your head about it, and he and ha and whatever. Like, you already know. You're not stupid, right? So don't pretend you are. And don't sweep it under the rug. The Emperor, typically in the Rider-Waite depiction, wears his armor underneath his robe, underneath his garb. He's ready for battle at a moment's notice. He sets up his life so that he does not have to go to battle, obviously. He runs the show. He oils the wheels, whatever needs to be done, or he delegates it to somebody else. But he sets it up so that it doesn't come to that. However, if it does come to that, right, he's ready. He's ready to go. And I feel like that's a message for you here, is that, don't forget about your armor. Don't forget that you're wearing armor and that you are ready for battle, and that when it's appropriate, you should and need to fight for your life, for your happiness, for your ability, 2222 on my clock, for your ability to be free of toxicity in your life, free from things that don't serve you, from things that hold you back. Thank you so much, Libra. I hope that helps. I'm going to move on to Scorpio.